Hello and welcome to White Horse Music TV! My name is Richard Badinner and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Badinner, who's not behind the camera today. Now you know, it's going to be our 20th year anniversary very soon. We're going to turn 20, well not very soon, next year anyway. So in the course of this video, you know, if you want to go down to the comments and tell us what we should do for our 20th year anniversary, that would be cool and interesting. I reckon do that. So, but today I am demonstrating fairly fancy violins that might make my eyebrows twitch a little bit for Leanne, who is not in this state, and so she can't, you know, come and try them, and so I'm going to demonstrate them for her. And it's sort of exciting because I really like these violins. Now, the first ones that I will be showing, I have two Heinrich gill X7 violins, and the one here on your right, I'm going to call that the central chin rest X7 because it's got a chin rest right in the middle there, and it's quite beautiful. I'll show you the back of it as well. There you go. And it's got a shoulder rest on it. And this one next to it on your left is called also a Heinrich gill X7, but this will be referred to as the Heinrich gill side chin rest because the chin rest is on its side. And it also is cute on the back. They're very similar looking, actually, very similar, from the same year. I believe it's 2019. Yeah, last year they were made, before all of this ridiculous coronavirus sort of started spreading too much around the world. So they are beautiful. X7. Now the X7, so Heinrich gill make violins in Germany, and they're amazing. They've been making them since 1952, and they have huge stores of really amazing tone wood that they've been collecting over the years. And the X7 uses their best quality tone wood. So amazing aged European tone wood. So that's one amazing thing about these. And they're handmade by their best makers as well. So they're beautiful creatures in that way. They're copies of antique violins. These are two Stradivarius copies, not real Stradivariuses, unfortunately, otherwise I'd be selling them for millions of dollars and I'd go and buy an island or something like that, so that'd be great. And oh yeah, with the X7 and the model below it, the X5, they use a scientific modeling system where they get, say, 5 tops of violins, and they will try to make them the same, you know, analyze the vibrations and shave off little bits and try to make each of those exactly the same tonally so that they have more consistency across these violins, which I'm finding them to be quite consistent. So, you know, that is a good thing. Okay, so that's the X7s. And then, seeing we're in fancy violin land, this is a collin mezin violin. So collin mezin was a really good maker. His father made violins, which are really sought after. This is Collin Mezin Jr. And this violin was made in 1910. So it's 110 years old. And I mean, just beautiful wood, beautiful workmanship. It's got one little repair along there. Have a look at the repair. But it's very neat and strong, and the people who own this violin, actually this is not my violin, but the people who own it, who we're selling on their behalf, it had that crack before they owned it, that repair. So it's in really good condition for a creature of that age. So that's a really tasty one. And it's a reasonable price. I mean, you might think $8,000, that's lots of money. But for a Collin Mezin of that year, in that condition, and that quality is really good. This next one, I don't think she's even looking in this sort of price range. These are for Leanne, by the way. And if you are Leanne, thanks for, you know, asking us to do a video. If you're not Leanne, you can always aspire to being Leanne. You could change your name and that sort of thing. Now this one is in a slightly higher price range. This one is made in Italy, made by Andrea Schudtz, who's an amazing maker who studied at the Cremona School of Violin Making. And I thought, you know, I may as well throw it in there. Just It hasn't said hello in the videos for a while. So maybe what I'll do is we can have a play of those 4 violins. We'll see what they're like. So violin number 1 is central chin rest Heinrich Gill X7 violin. Okay, I mean, you know, Heinrich Gill, you can be guaranteed that the sound will be even and rich and strong and ringing and that sort of thing. It's just like, you know, some violins you might have something that might stick out, like the E string might be super bright, or, you know, it might be uneven in some way, but that is just what I expect from the Heinrich Gill violins, just to be really beautiful, rich, strong, not overly aggressive to the ear while you're playing with it. You know, some violins you find them to be really, really bright and hurty to your ear, and you're like, oh my God, that's so powerful. But then when you go out and listen in a concert hall sort of thing, I reckon that would project just as well, but not be as hurty. Okay, so that's Heinrich Gill number 1. We're calling that central chin rest Heinrich Gill. Now this is side chin rest Heinrich Gill. Okay, really hard to split them. I would say this one maybe is not quite as sort of ringy and slightly more reserved sort of thing, but maybe slightly warmer sort of sounding. They're both really similar, which makes sense because they're trying to scientifically, you know, match the plates and make them more similar to each other. So yeah, both beautiful. Now we should hear a real difference as I head towards the collin mezin, 110-year-old beautiful creature. Let's see what this is like. Okay, so there you go. So the collin mezin violin is sort of like, it's a bit deeper down the bottom. I mean, the Heinrich Gill violins were already deep, but this is a little bit viola-y down the bottom, I would say. So if you want something that's really deep and rich, this is your creature. And then it's maybe like slightly not as balanced as them in that the bottom is really, really full. The E is slightly brighter than on the Heinrich Gill, but not necessarily like in a really unbalanced way. It's sort of just like that is the character of this violin. Now what I'm going to do at the end is I'll play all of these one after another so that we can sort of hear them next to each other without me rambling on in between, which I tend to do. Okay, and now the violin that shouldn't be part of the competition, but is just because it was next to me and I thought, you know, I haven't played this for a little while. So this is the Andrea Schudtz Italian violin. Okay, yeah, there you go. Well, this is why it's not in that sort of range, but it's got the depth of the collin mezin down the bottom there, even possibly slightly deeper, or you know, similar, but probably slightly deeper, and then but still has maybe as much ring as the Heinrich Gills, and still sounds even fuller on the E string up the top, and is beautiful as well. But you know, depends how many millions of dollars you have. I of course suggest buying all of them, but what I'll do is I'll play one after another in that same order, and we'll see what you think. Please tell Leanne down the bottom in the comments which violins that she should get. Okay, this one first. So this is central chin rest Heinrich Gill X7 violin. Okay, that was central chin rest. Now side chin rest Heinrich Gill X7. Okay, there you go, and then collin mezin. Italian Andrea schudtz violin. Really nice. All right. Well, please tell Leanne what you think that she should buy. I suggest all of them, of course, but that might depend on her budget and that sort of thing. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy your day.